That big, strong ass goofy. Well, those were the words of Gervonta Tank Davis as he counterpunches Artur Beterbiev's coach, because his coach, of course, said that he will not become a Hall of Famer if he retires right now. And Gervonta Tank Davis was like, neither will your big, strong ass goofy fighter. Now, let me counterpunch. First of all, I don't know where and why he would attack Artur, but of course, I know why, but I think it's petty. I do think it's petty. I think if anybody had a chance to go to the Hall of Fame, probably would be Artur based on his recent win. They're both strong fighters, I don't like any fighters putting each other down, especially over something a coach said. Why bring a fighter into the equation yet? I don't think that's really, valid, right? But, this is, Mr. Tank Davis. So, Mr. Abdul Wahid, right? Or was it? Yeah, right. So, I think though, both guys, him saying, well, neither is Artur. I think the number one thing that sticks out is Tank not disagreeing with Artur's coach, right? But just saying, well, your fighter isn't either. So he's not even claiming to be Hall of Fame material his damn self, right? But at the same time, putting his fighter, the one that talked about him, in the same boat. You know what I mean? So I think, honestly, both guys haven't done what they need to do. I think Artur is at the end of his based on his age, but it just shows you, though, what Artur's trainer was trying to say. And really, he was saying that Tank hasn't done enough to be a Hall of Famer. He hasn't challenged himself, enough to be a Hall of Famer. If he retired right now, what could he say? He beat Ryan. He beat a lot of guys that were smaller than him. He's fluctuated between 130 and 140 and then went back to 35. Now he's fighting back at 130. I mean, there was no true progression in Tank. It's like pretty much sporadic. And, there was really no unifications that could have happened when Lomachenko was going through the division while he was there, and Floyd protected him while he was still cool with Floyd. Then Floyd wanted to throw him to the wolves, and then that fight still didn't happen. So that being said, I'm like, well, it's to me, I think, a lot of these fighters need a lot to do a lot more to go to the Hall of Fame. But I do think if Tank Davis didn't defend himself in saying, or didn't disagree rather, and saying that I am Hall of Fame material, I think by default, him just saying and looking at another fighter in comparison also just bleeds and shows that, hey, I know I'm not Hall of Fame material, but I think that must have bothered Tank in a sense, because if you don't care, why should it matter? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times things that Tank says just conveys that he just doesn't care. You know what I mean? So if he does care, I think he does need to prove these guys wrong that says he's not material and make himself material. But you guys tell me what you think about Tank Davis blasting Artur Beterbiev, calling him a big, strong-ass goofy, which, even Tank acknowledges that Artur Beterbiev is a big, strong dude. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!